An illegal migrant from Honduras was arrested after he was accused of stabbing a teenage girl at a baseball game in Indiana on Saturday.
This coming as a new report reveals migrants are making up 75% of the arrests in some parts of New York City.
Multiple arrests with the same people. Griff Jenkins is here with more. Griff.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Look, the border crisis really hit home in the Midwest this weekend. Let's start there. Previously deported illegal immigrant from Honduras was arrested Sunday, authorities said, following an intense manhunt in Indiana after he was deemed a person of interest. Here he is. You see him, Dimas Gabriel Yanez, 26 years old. Now, the Lake County Sheriff's Office says the manhunt began Saturday after a 14-year-old girl was stabbed in the hand with a butcher-style knife while at her brother's baseball game. When the girl's mother tried to help, the migrant also tried to stab her before fleeing. Now, the teen girl is okay, was treated and released from a hospital. Yanez was apprehended Sunday after cops spotted him running through a cornfield. Investigators said he was in the process of trying to cut his hair to change his appearance and evade law enforcement. The sheriff's office said Yanez had been previously deported to Honduras in 2018 and, quote, may have been engaged in criminal activity across the United States since returning illegally. Meanwhile, as you mentioned, Ainsley, in New York, police sources tell the New York Post 75%, 3 out of 4 arrests in Midtown Manhattan for crimes like assault, robbery, domestic violence are migrants. In parts of Queens, they say the figure is more than 60%. And guess what? They blame sanctuary laws for the spike. And it's interesting to point out, Mayor Eric Adams has been calling on the city council to change those sanctuary laws, try and get it under control. And finally, if you dig a little deeper in this New York Post article, it talks about the rise of that Tren de Aragua, that dangerous Venezuelan gang that's taken a foothold in parts of the country like Aurora, Colorado, and in New York City. Remember, they were tied to the shooting of 2 NYPD officers. They say this threat is growing by the day. Guys?
And Griff, in that New York Post article, it also talks about these same migrants who game the system to come into the country. They know exactly how the system works in the sanctuary cities. They'll go steal some stuff. They know they're going to get arrested, but they'll be out in 15 minutes.
That's right. In fact, there's a quote in the article from a anonymous person that works in the courts that says, come Mondays, it's all migrants.
All right. As you can see from the title, you can read them yourself. News about Colorado, Aurora, apartment building. I'm going to just go through some of these titles so you can see what they read. What to know about the violent Tren de Aragua. Yeah. Are they taking over Colorado? Biker gangs against the Venezuelans, which biker gangs, no doubt, you know, that's really Edomite thing there. Kahalayim la Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Waha Recha Kwadash. All praises and glory go to you, Lord. Double honors and respect go to our apostles, bishops, elders, and teachers, the men of Great Millstone. To you I say Shalom. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there. It's your brother Amriah, and we told you, okay, the prophets of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai been warning you that race war was coming to America, Babylon the Great, okay? Race war, civil war, ultimately world war is coming to America, Babylon the Great, okay? And all of this was prophesied throughout the Holy Scriptures. The famines that are going to come, the pestilence and plagues that are actually here and increasing, all of this prophesied throughout the Holy Scriptures, okay? And in these latter days, we're coming down to these prophecies coming true right in front of your eyes. There is no more denying it. There is no more hiding it. Okay. This is Matthew chapter 24. And how do we know race wars were coming? Okay. This is Matthew chapter 24. And I'll begin at verse 3. It says, And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, and he being whom you ignorantly call Jesus, whose name in the Paleo Hebrew is Yahushai. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So they're asking him, what will be the signs of your return, okay, and the end of the age that we're living in under the rulership of Esau Edom, okay, the so-called self-proclaimed white man. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Check. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation. And you might think this just means a kingdom against a kingdom, but it goes on to say kingdom against kingdom. So obviously not speaking of the same thing. And as we always do, we delve in a little bit more into the details. So it says, for nation, right, ethnos, shall rise against ethnos. And what does that mean?
Strong's G 1484. Ethnos.
What does it mean?
Ethnos.
It says race, a race, as of the same habit. A tribe, especially a foreign, non-Jewish one, usually by implication, pagan, Gentile, heathen, nation, people. So a race, a nation, meaning people, tribe, right? Bible usage, a multitude, okay? A company, a troop, a swarm, multiple of individuals of the same nature or genus, the human family, tribe, nation, people, group, right? So the race. And as we already told you, this was prophesied that race wars were coming to a city near you. So if you read it in context, for race shall rise against race, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, right? Okay. You seen a shooting that was reported on in Georgia today at a high school where a 14-year-old unalived 2 students and 2 teachers and injured 9 others, okay? You're constantly looking at a divide that is going to lead to these race wars, and ultimately it seems to have already begun, okay? Now, more details will come out on that shooting and what led up to that, but as you can see from the news, they're getting worked up against these migrants who a lot of them are Jakes, okay? And they're vilifying and villainizing them on national television and getting the locals hyped up against them, ready to do something, ready to put in work, okay? But all of this is by design of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Race wars are coming to America, Babylon the Great, and there's nothing you can do to stop it, okay? Now, many are about to perish in the coming uprisings and protests and looting that is about to come, especially when the economy crashes completely, okay? And people have nothing and they lose it, okay? And when that happens, they're going to go at each other with an iron fist, okay? See that you be not troubled. These are the beginning of sorrows. And Yahushua warned you of this over 2,000 years ago. So it's time to get your minds right, okay? They are instigating a race war on their media, on their platforms. You can go on X, you can go anywhere these platforms, and all you see is a bunch of division, okay? Division, race against race, constantly going at each other. And it's only going to get worse until it compiles into that race war, okay? So again, for those of you who don't know, race wars, civil wars, and world war is coming to America, Babylon the Great, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. This is the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So you better get right with your power if you are of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians. Okay? Hopefully this has been edifying. Call Halayim La Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai for this message. Till the next time, Israel, Shalom.